Hello students. Now today we are going to see the topic of vulcanization of rubber. As this term is related to rubber, rubber is a polymer, but it is having a somewhat different properties than polymer. That one included property is elasticity, that when the rubber band it is stretched, it can again regain its original shape and size after releasing the forces. So that is the rubber, and we have to carry out here process of vulcanization of rubber. Vulcanization is a very important process which improves the quality of rubber, which adds the different characteristics to the rubber. So it is a very important phenomenon which is given by Charles Goodyear. Charles Goodyear is a chemist which is from America. In 1839 he gave this process or discovered the process of vulcanization, and by this vulcanization number of things becomes very easy, and in different type of industries, in automobile, the vast use of rubber is shown after this particular discovery of the vulcanization process. Now we will see that how rubber it looks at first and how it becomes afterwards. So first of all, when rubber it is as it is having a property of elasticity, it is in the relaxed condition, it is just like a coiled stud, and after the process of vulcanization it becomes stretched, and whenever it becomes stretched we have to add in between these a particular substance by which it becomes more rigid. So due to these bonds between the different lengths, different backbone chains of rubber, the that rubber band it becomes more and more strengthened, and different type of again properties or the characteristics are added in it. So in this way the process of vulcanization is there. Now how this process of vulcanization is carried out, we will see it first. So first of all, those raw rubber which is there is first of all mixed with the sulfur particularly, and sulfur it may be added as a simply sulfur or benzoyl chloride or hydrogen sulfide, like this. These are the different type of ingredients which are added with the sulfur. So in this way sulfur is added. So when the sulfur is added, it is added in such a way that first of all raw rubber is taken, and that raw rubber is given the temperature of 100 to 140 degrees Celsius. So at about 100 to 140 degrees Celsius, that rubber is smashed or it is just masticated, and at that particular temperature the sulfur it is added in it. So by addition of this sulfur it becomes very firm, it becomes very rigid, and that is nothing but the improved quality rubber, which is a vulcanized rubber. Now after this we will see how chemically the process of vulcanization occurs. Again before that we have to see one thing, that what are the different type of drawbacks of raw rubber. Now first of all there were the drawbacks of raw rubber, and then after that drawbacks are now overcome by the process of vulcanization. So first of all, raw rubber is having such type of drawbacks. Drawbacks of raw rubber. Now number one, it is very weak, or we can say it is plastic in nature. It is plastic in nature, it means that those rubber which is produced is having its temperature phenomena or its life in temperature, that is 10 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius only. Means in between this temperature range only that rubber will survive. That means that rubber will be in the solid state in the proper conditions in this particular temperature range only. Now second, it is very weak. It is weak in nature. It means that it is having a very less tensile strength. It can bear only the weight of 200 kg per square centimeter. So this is the second drawback of raw rubber. Now when it comes in contact with water, it absorbs water. It absorbs water. It is having the tendency of absorption of water. Then it disintegrates when it comes in contact with any oxidizing agent. So third is it disintegrates when comes in contact with, in presence of atmospheric oxygen. While like the atmospheric oxygen, another different gases like carbon dioxide or different gases those present in the air, that will perishes the rubber. So in this way the rubber is more, that raw rubber is having such type of drawbacks. Then it will disintegrate in presence of polar solvents. Again, organic solvents like the benzene, like the different type of acids, it will get disintegrates. Then it disintegrates in polar solvent. Then again, important thing is that it is not resistant to heat. So whenever temperature is increased, it get disintegrates. Then when it is stretched, it shows permanent deformation. It shows permanent deformation when stretched. Then like that, it is having a very marked tackiness. Marked tackiness. It means that when the two different rubber sheets are placed one over another and they are pressed, there is a formation of a single sheet of rubber. It means that it merges in each other. So in this way a single sheet of rubber is formed. So like that, these are all the drawbacks of raw rubber which are to be improved, which are to be overcome. So for that, the next process of the vulcanization of rubber comes. Now we will see actually how chemically the process of vulcanization is carried out. So these drawbacks, once again I repeat it. First of all, it is plastic in nature, that is it is having very less temperature range, that is 10 to 40 degrees Celsius. It is very weak in nature, that is it is having a tensile strength of 200 kg per square centimeter. It absorbs the water, it is having a tendency to absorb water and get swells. Then it disintegrates in presence of atmospheric oxygen. So like a corrosion process, it gets disintegrates. It disintegrates in a polar solvent like a benzene, like a different type of acids, it gets disintegrates or perishes. Then it shows permanent deformation when it is stretched. That means it is not having a property of the elasticity. Then it is having a very marked tackiness, that is when the two different rubber sheets are placed one over another, it get merged and formation of a single sheet is there. So in this way, these are all the drawbacks of raw rubber. Now next is how the